welcome everyone. Today is Monday, the 2nd of October. This is a reschedule of the normal Saturday call due to technical difficulties. And wow, where to begin? On a personal level for me, since Sunday the 10th, when I experienced what I called the rendering of the original pairs, it has been a very intense roller coaster ride. The Egyptian cleanup continues. The rendering and repair of the original pairs continues. But also collectively, I went back and looked at the titles of these calls, and from the truth wave onwards, really, everything that's been picked up as in play is still in play and still building. Nothing's, from what I can tell, has petered out yet or has concluded. Everything is still in play. And I caught a very short clip of David Icke the other day, and he mentioned his truth vibrations. I remember him when he first had his awakening. He talked about the truth vibrations, and it made me wonder whether that's what I picked up with this, what I called the truth wave. Like, has his truth vibrations finally hit? And it does seem to be the case, and it's not going to stop from anything I can gather. But we've had some... Okay, I tried to talk about this the other day, but if you've ever watched a movie where they're talking, or like a heist movie where they're breaking into a safe, and sometimes they will give you this camera angle of inside the mechanisms of the safe. And that is the visual I've been getting for over a week. And it's in reference to this place acting like a clock, and the phrase that we got several years ago about alignments are necessary. And it's like all the cogs inside the safe are being turned ever so slowly. And that's what dates are about. And when they line up, the pin drops. And I believe we've gone through an alignment that has opened I guess what you would call the 12th gate. So in each of the 12 realms, there is a gateway or a portal. And normally, organically, they're always open and always lined up, and we can traverse them. But when this place got locked from the inside, all it required was misaligning the Stargates. And I think they're all lined up, is the bottom line. And that final opening has potentially just happened in this last week and a bit. And it's having an effect on our physical bodies, because our physical bodies has the capacity, inbuilt organically, has its own portal or Stargate within it that lines up with each of these Stargates. So things are getting switched on within us that is, I don't know, at times uncomfortable, disorientating, and yet expansive. The thing that seems to be what has shut us down, again, is this subject of parasites. It just keeps coming up, which is why I think we have collectively been going through a parasite cleanse since 2019, technically. This is also opening us up to the galactic, angelic, and God realms. So I'm expecting I am actually expecting between now and, say, March, April, that a lot more information comes out about these individuals, these realms, these narratives, these mythologies. We might even get people showing up claiming to be this, that, and everything else. There has been collectively and individually a feeling of being pushed, like you've got energy or beings behind you pushing you forward to meet a particular mark. And at the same time, some of us, me included, have also felt a pressure holding me back as well. So I've been in this really uncomfortable push me, pull you kind of feeling and energy, as it's like the greater part of me is going, come on, you've got to meet this mark. And I think this mark is this bigger period of this gate opening. And yet I've had interference basically trying to hold me down. I know I'm on the verge of a rather large activation on a personal level. And it's been very tricky, and also a need to be quite aware and conscious of just the subtlest of things that are trying to prevent that from really kicking in. And I also have a personal marker or potential, what do we call them? Oh, shit. What is it when like Q does a drop and then a year later, 2 years later, 3 years later, a delta, right? Personal delta for the 9th of this month. And I feel like whatever October is going to bring, and it's going to bring plenty, we're going to know, we're really going to know the flavor of it between the 9th and the 12th. And if you've heard me tell the story about the day that Lilu made contact, music played a really big part in it. And a guy called Nathan Sanders, who some of you may know from Facebook with his Cosmic DJ, sending me a song that had a huge impact. The Cosmic DJ, yes. It's his Lilu, you could say. And I was prompted about a week ago, before I left home, so yeah, over a week ago, during a meditation, to go back and see what songs he'd sent me that day. And what I also found was, after a year of no contact with him, on the 9th of October last year, he sent me a message saying he was listening to Pandora on shuffle, and a song came on, and that voice in his head said, send this song and the next two to Lisa and Darius, they'll know what they mean. And the first song was called Being Pulled. The next song was called Ready for You, featuring Celeste. And Celeste is the name of the being that Darius had his very intense experience with when he was 16. And then the third song was called Love Song. And I know I was prompted to find that message now, because it's going to be a delta for me on a personal level, at least. So as far as I can tell, guys, all the stargates are open, all the doors are open, and watch out, because between now and March, April should be wilder than we can imagine. So how's that sitting with everybody? Alicia, I know you've got something you can't stick around, and I know you've got something to share about this gate business, if you don't mind.
Hi, Lisa. I'm actually sitting here with Nairi. And yes, I do have something to share. So just a side note, Nari's a friend of mine, and we started this journey in 2016 together, and we're back together. For those who don't know, we've been moving through some pretty big stuff this year.
Hi, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you're interested in the full 1.5 hour conversation, link is in the description. And if not, I'll see you next time. Bye for now.